you let me?
If the PCR's one is messed up, the TA did the PCR for us. So.
What? Always blaming the TA. Alright, so...
They were just walking around.
Alright, we can use this one as the example. I mean, both of the gels look pretty much the same, but... So you have a ladder here. So this is your 500... Should be right. 5-1... Yeah, okay.
He's a ghost.
Alright, so this is 500 base per ladder. It's in 500 base per increments. 500, 1,000, 15, 2, 25, 3. This is your uncut blue, which is going to travel a little faster, circular, coiled, etc. So once you cut it open, it should travel at what? How big's your vector?
3,000.
3,000. So you should have a band at 3,000, 5, 1, 15, 2, 25, 3. Look at that.
Yes.
Band at 3,000. So this tells you that, at least for this, your digest worked. Your enzyme was good, all the other stuff. And you also didn't have an insert there, because nothing dropped out of it. There's nothing else here. Now for your white, it's not exactly the same story. This has more DNA, first of all, loaded into it, but you can see that this is actually, this is your uncut white, and it's going to travel in it's traveling at basically supercoiled and circular. So it's going to travel, and this should be, well, this is uncut. When you cut it, it should drop out what? What two bands should you see if it was perfect?
1,000.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Right, that's not what you're seeing here. You can kind of see 1, and that may or may not be 3. It looks a little too small to be
What else
3.
would it be?
It essentially can be other versions of this, not to mention, it could be the 4,000 linear is probably in here. There's probably a combination of stuff in there, and it just shows that the digest didn't work very well. In this case, you had a lot more DNA. So it worked here because you had less. Here, it cut what it could, but otherwise it left the rest.
Okay.
So you're getting a whole collection of different products. But that's sort of what you can talk about. But this does tell you that your insert's there. Now, if you weren't sure based on this, you can actually confirm it, which is what you did with PCR. And in this case, you've got a blue which has no insert, so that should be about 80 base pairs when you amplify it, which is this blob right here. Now, unfortunately, we had a little bit of blue in your white. So you had a combination of blue and white DNA. Amplify that by PCR. You're going to see blue because it's in there. And then here's your white at about 1,000
That's
base pair.
expected, though, right?
Well, if it was clean white, if it was a good prep, it shouldn't have this in here.
Why is it so low?
It's only about 80, but that's 500 base pairs. So this is 80. So yeah, it's right. So if we ran a different ladder, you would see probably 100 would run like right about there.
Okay.
But yeah, and this shouldn't be here. I mean, that's there because it's contaminated with DNA from blue, so it's going to amplify both things. But this is at least confirmation that yes, you ligated the insert, you picked the column, basically everything worked and it's there.
Okay.
So that all looks good. Let's get you guys a picture of that. So this is upper left.
Yep.
Go ahead and name that.
Go ahead.
No name it.
The Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
It's our last one. It's gotta be epic.
Yeah, special moment.
The Avengers.
Yep.
That's the one we named.
Lame.
So that way you know what we're
That's lame.
What are you talking